Good morning, guys. It's Phoenix Reborn. I am doing a video response in regards to Lunar Ascension's hashtag random confessions. It's where he encouraged everyone as part of a social experiment to just confess some things that maybe you have wanted people to know about you, but you keep hidden, or maybe an explanation as to why you are the way you are. I know a couple of other witches on some channels have done it, like Ravenflower and Noah Tempestarii, and Noah tagged basically everyone, so that's why I'm doing it. So I guess I'll just get right into it because it's supposed to be less than 10 minutes and I'll probably go over. I guess the first thing I need or would want anyone to know about me is that I have a really tough exterior. It's a hard shell. So there are times when people say things to me that should be very heartfelt, and I'm non-responsive. And it's not that I'm just being plain non-responsive or that I don't care. It's that I'm processing it. I'm reading it. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to decide how I feel about it. Emotions have never been anything that's very easy for me to deal with. It's gotten better as I've gotten older. It took half a century. But my first response most of the time is going to be that hard shell. And then people kind of tag me as being aloof or stuck up or whatever the term is that you want to use. When the truth is, I feel everything. I'm very emotional, empathically emotional. So I feel things on a much different level, which probably accounts for my fibromyalgia and my chronic fatigue because I don't sleep very well. But I would just say to anybody that may come across this, that I have had a past with, and you felt maybe I didn't react in the appropriate emotion, you're probably right. I probably didn't, because emotions have never been easy for me. I'm working on it. It's the best I can do. The other thing is, along with that, I've had some really good friends in the past where I thought they were really super good friends, like best friends, and they've done some things that after many forgiving moments, I just decided that it was time to cut them out. When I cut them out, I still was giving them leeway to come back into my life. And the new mindset, or the mindset that should have always been there, was sometimes people just don't belong in your life. If you have someone that's draining your energy, is a lot of work, is constantly taking, needing your time, needing your effort, and repeating the same mistakes over and over and not listening to a word you're saying, chances are that's probably someone you want to cut out. Unfortunately, sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's really close friends, people that you've known for years. And then, you know, there are levels. Maybe you want to decide to just maybe back off for a while and see where that all goes. My go-to, unfortunately, is give and give, chance, and then I'm done. And when I'm done, I'm finished. I want nothing more to do with the person. Delete, block. You'll never hear from me again. Of course, on the same token, if I run into you on the street and you want to know why, I'm also very honest. I will tell you straight up and straightforward. If I'm going to be honest with everybody else, I'm going to be honest with myself. And that's why I'm doing this hashtag for random confessions, because I can't be honest with anybody else until I'm honest with myself. Another thing about me that people may or may not know, I have this affinity for animals and children. And when I say affinity, I mean people who are cruel to animals and children. I think they deserve every little bit of negative karma that they get, and then some. Some horror stories I have seen and heard over my time on this earth, children and animals. I don't understand how someone can adopt an animal and once the puppy stage is gone, they're tired of it. So they just want to get rid of them. For me, in my opinion, when you adopt an animal, that animal becomes your child. I would no more get rid of one of my animals due to a situation than I would one of my children. Unless it was a situation where it was really bad living and I just thought that the animal would have a better life somewhere else. And that's pretty much the same thing that goes with children. there's so many crimes against children today, and it just baffles my mind to sit and listen to the news. It's just very upsetting and very emotional to me. So that's probably something that people don't know that really gets to me. So on to a more positive thing. I see a lot of young people, YouTubers, even in classes that I attend, that are just so smart. They're like a sponge. They soak up everything. Their outlook on life is, they have knowledge that I wish I had when I was 30. I'm 50 years old, and it's taken me a long time to gain the knowledge I have now. So maybe I'm a slow learner. I always thought I was a fast learner, but maybe not. One of those people is Aiden, who is Lunar Ascension, who started this whole hashtag random confessions. I've watched your videos, Aiden, and if I had known at 30 what you know, I would have definitely been in a different place in my life. It's taken me another 20 years to figure out everything that you're already figuring out. So you are in good shape. Trust me. We're about 6 minutes in, but something that everybody may or may not know again, I am openly gay. I'm married to a man. I've been married 4 times, twice to women and once to another man. The 2 women that I married to, I was very young. One of them was my best friend. We disagreed on some stuff and we don't talk anymore. My husband now is a little bit older than me, is a little more stable. He's the right person for me. He is my total opposite, where I'm crazy and wild and take chances. He's a little more reserved and wants to know how deep the water is before he actually jumps in. And my opinion is, I'll jump in the water, see how deep it is. I'll eventually find out. So he's a little bit more my opposite, and I really believe that opposites do attract. So I do have 3 children. I have 2 boys and a girl. The girl is very much like me. Everybody that's around says, spitting image and same attitude and same outlook on life. The boys, not so much. They are their own people, which I'm thankful for, but we don't really communicate very much. I wish it could be different, but from their choices and my choices, it's better that we're not communicating right now. There's too much drama, and I don't want to do drama anymore at 50. Like I said, I usually learn quickly. After my comment today, maybe it took me a little bit longer than I thought, so maybe not so much. I want to talk a little bit about education really quick and happiness. If you're going to school for something and you're going to college and you're paying money for it, people, come on. Go to school for something you love. Go to school for something that is going to make you stronger. Don't be an artist and go to school for business finance, especially if you hate numbers and graphs and, statistics. You are going to be miserable in your life. There have been so many people that have just taken the job to get the money, and they've spent years in misery. I really hope that we're coming out of that time frame where people are actually following their heart's desires and building themselves up. I was one of those people that was going to school for something that I didn't really love. I didn't enjoy doing any of it. I enjoyed art, music, the craft. I enjoyed all of that. And I was basically told I'd never make a living at it. So I had to do something different, something, medical, something automotive, something construction. All I ever wanted to do was draw when I was a kid. So I had trouble trying to figure out, why is everybody so happy and I'm so miserable all the time? And then it occurred to me out of nowhere 49 years later that I'm trying to do everything that makes other people happy. That's their definition of happy, not mine. My definition of happy is very different than what other people might want or like. So of course I'm going to be miserable and can't find that happiness, there's my quotations, that everybody else has, because I'm trying to live their happiness. I can't do that, and I don't want to do that anymore. So to all of you young, smart people out there, take heed to this. Do what makes you happy, not what's going to make you the most money, because money cannot buy happiness. I'm just about at 10 minutes, but I hope this reaches out, and I hope everybody understands that we all have to come together, especially at this time with this coronavirus and everything else. We all have to come together. We're all people. We have to be more tolerant, more loving, and more accepting of everyone. Just because they're different doesn't mean that you should not love them and encourage them. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye.